So Chris, I was going to say, I know I emailed you about rest days. I think everybody in here probably old school bodybuilding thinking is everything you've ever read said you're growing when you're not working out.
You're actually growing while you're working out.
Well, and I know I'd emailed you, I was like, where's my rest days on this program? And you're like, rest days? You're not getting rest days.
What is that?
Expound on that. I mean, that's, that's kind of contrast to, I think, current bodybuilding thinking is that you need a rest day.
It kind of goes back, it also goes back to what I was saying earlier, in that if when you do that, you actually have to cut calories even more.
Yeah.
When you're dieting down. But I get the point that their logic is that your body's growing when it's resting. It's not exactly, well, it is true, but growth actually starts during the workout. It works when you have the proper pre-workout protocol. Because when you're training and you're having all that stuff in you at the same time, the actual muscle contraction pulls nutrients into the muscle, which is the first step toward muscle growth. So you are actually using the training session to start the growth process, not just stimulate it, you start the growth process while you're working out by shuttling nutrients into the muscle. So in that regard, you can train more often and initiate the growth process. That having been said, not every single day should be a all-out hardcore day, because you still have to recover at some point. So that's where eccentric less session comes in. An eccentric less session doesn't cause much muscle trauma, so it's easier to recover from. What's harder to recover from is rebuilding the muscle tissue itself. You have basically 4 components to recovery. The first component is restoring the energy you burn during the workout. That's obviously fast, because you just eat carbs and it takes less than 12 hours to store them back in the muscle, especially if you're having carbs in your pre-workout protocol. You're probably using these carbs instead of those in the muscle to fuel the session. So you don't actually, like, the first step of recovery is pretty easy, energetic demand. The second one is you have to repair the muscle. That takes a bit longer. So, but still, you can work out that same muscle if it's eccentric less, because you're not tearing the muscle apart, but the actual contraction creates a pumping effect that brings nutrients into the muscle, which increases the rate of recovery. So you can use that to promote recovery as long as it's not tearing the muscle apart. So that takes care of the second aspect. The third one is the nervous system, which probably takes the longest to recover from. So that's, to me, the only reason why you would have an actual day off is that if your motivation to train is going down because the nervous system is slightly burned out, then doing some other physical activity, but not stressful on the nervous system, would improve recovery. But if you're feeling burned out, then working out all out is not the best option. And the last one, you have to have hormonal recovery. Hormonal recovery, basically it's all about proper nutrition. If you're undereat for the amount of work you're doing, you will have a screwed up hormonal balance. Testosterone will go down, cortisol will go up, and all kind of bad stuff will happen to you. So really the best way to have proper hormonal recovery is to fuel the body during the day, not just the pre-workout, and especially, to me, that's especially having the good fats in your diet. You need some saturated fat because testosterone is made basically from cholesterol, and diets low in fat have been shown to be negative for testosterone levels. So for proper hormonal balance, a diet of basically isocaloric diet, like not 30. It doesn't have to be 1/3 protein, 1/3 carbs, 1/3 fat, but roughly that. You need your essential fats, you need your carbs to fuel the workout, and the protein, obviously. Normally 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 for muscle growth is pretty much optimal for everybody.